Hi guys, it's your girl Anita Supernova, and I'm back at y'all again with another celebrity reading. And this time we're gonna do one on Kai Cenat. Alright, we're going to see, what the future might hold for him, like what's his blockages in love, like why didn't that situation work out. And y'all know I don't usually do celebrity messages, but I was feeling called and pulled to do so, so I will do whatever I feel called and pulled to do, right? Because this is my channel. Alright. So what is coming towards him? Right now he's trying to find balance once again in his life because it's a new stage that he's going to be going in. He kind of feels like he's really not sure of what direction he should go in next. He's definitely asking his mother for advice for like what his next step should be because he does feel a little bit lost. You know, when you've been doing something for so long and then you make a big shift, sometimes it makes you feel like, you kind of have to find yourself, refine your identity, or go back and find who you were before everything else happened. So it's either him refining himself, as in like some parts of him he left behind, or it's going to be him finding the new version of him, like Kai 2.0, right? But yeah, he's definitely asking his mother for advice and counsel because he sees her as somebody that, is a plethora. Y'all know how to say that damn word. She's very knowledgeable. All right. Y'all know what I was trying to say. If you do, you do. If you don't, you don't. It is what it is, right? All right. What else is coming towards him? High Priestess. So, he definitely has his own intuitive abilities, but it's definitely somebody around him. Like I said, it could be his mother, it could be somebody else around him that is going to be like trying to help guide him in a good direction. Okay, but also he's going to be listening to his intuition more and more. I feel like a lot of times when he can't listen to his own intuition, he does ask his mom for guidance, but he also has a very strong intuition of his own, and he definitely will be connecting with somebody that is intuitive in some way, that is very good at like predicting things or helping people be guided in their next steps, right? And this is going to help him go towards something else that he feels very like confident and passionate about. Okay, it's going to help him feel like recharged or invigorated to go towards this new direction. I will say, he better be careful out in these streets if he don't want no kids, because that could definitely be here too as well. All right, he's definitely going to be reconnecting with like his younger self, like his childhood self. All right, I do feel like in him becoming the newer version of himself, he will reconnect with the past, like reconnect with the old parts of him that he might have lost as he rose, to fame and stardom in the streaming world. I see him coming into communication with a Queen of Wands. I know he said that he was not about to be, dating right now, yada yada. But in the future, I definitely see him coming in contact and communicating with the Queen of Wands, who's very beautiful, very smart, very intuitive herself. She's gonna be very alluring. She could be somebody that really loves animals. Like her favorite flower would be a sunflower, most likely. She could be a Leo or just give off very confident energy. And for her, he will be presenting as an emperor. So somebody that's very structured, somebody that's well versed, somebody that has a lot of understanding of the world, and somebody that knows how to complete tasks and actually gets things done. Despite his age, he's going to be coming off as very much like old and regal, even though he still has his playful side, right? I do feel like, either this might come in within the next 4 years, okay? Within the next 4 years. But he might have his eye on this person already sooner than that, like within 4 months. But I feel like he won't be making some type of offer until like 4 years, y'all. All right. Yes, because patience is here. He's definitely working on himself, working on patience, working on balance, because he knows like great things happen when you do take your time. So he's just trying to make sure that he gets himself into the right situations once again, and make sure that he refines himself and redefines himself. All right. He does. He is gonna have this energy about him, like currently, of just kind of wanting to stay to himself, not really wanting to go out that much. Kind of separating himself a little bit from, community or being around people too much, because it's kind of like he just needs some time to himself. I do feel like something about self-confidence, even though you would think like he might be the most confident man in the room because he has so much. He needs some time to kind of separate himself from everybody and just kind of rebuild. All right, and he's not feeling very energetically pulled to be around a lot of people at this time. Yeah, he's definitely gonna be in the house. He's gonna be in the house because he's just really trying to heal. Okay, he's kind of a little bit wondering who he can trust. All right, he does feel like he's been left out in the cold in some way, whether that be feeling underappreciated. Yeah, the Justice card is here right after the Five of Pentacles, so he feels like he was underappreciated and devalued in some way. So he's kind of pulling back for a lot of people. He really wants to be treated the way that he treats other people. Y'all know the golden rule, to treat others how you deserve to be treated. That's how he feels. He should be treated equally and fairly. So it kind of has him pulling back because he feels like a lot of people he has helped don't appreciate him the way that he deserves to be appreciated, and they might just try to take, and they don't give enough. And now he's just feeling like he wants everything to be like just and fair, whether that be friendships, families, co-workers. It's like, if I'm pouring this much into something but then I don't feel like I'm getting the appreciation, the love, and the value that I deserve, like, I just want to walk away, right? Because he doesn't want to argue and fight with people and feel like he has to like win at all costs, because that's not the type of person that he really wants to be. So right now he's retreating and going into hermit mode to just, like I said, redefine and find himself yet again. Like, I'm telling y'all, it's a whole self-discovery journey happening here. And then we have the Two of Cups. So I feel like he will definitely be, after he's done with his rediscovering journey of refining himself and defining himself, he will be falling in love with the person that he's becoming, and that's going to call in I feel like he's most likely going to end up with a Leo, or somebody that's like super duper confident and assured. But yeah, we have the Two of Cups here, so it will be calling in some type of soulmate connection that he's supposed to share somebody, a life with, a home with. All right, this person's going to be very understanding, very caring, and very loving. Okay, yeah, see, the Queen of Cups is here. All right, so he's gonna be dealing with somebody that's very emotionally giving, very loving, that wants to definitely give their all to this situation, and is gonna be willing to work through any problems or any issues. Okay, the only thing is, it's gonna be a lot of people trying to be like very gossipy about this situation. How people do, y'all know how people do. All right, but this person is gonna bring him some type of peace and help him with his burdens, and they're not going to be the type of person that's like overly greedy. All right, yeah, but he is going to be worried about getting into any type of situation that lacks balance. All right, because he feels like he's been in situations where people just was being greedy and they didn't really care about him, and that's why he had to move forward. So I definitely feel like we're tapping into that past energy a little bit of how he might have been feeling in that relationship, with old girl. Confirmation Burke, excuse me, that he felt like, she was being a little bit greedy, the situation was out of balance, and it was supposed to be something to relieve his burdens, but it actually felt like something that was adding more burdens to him when he was going through a lot. So he decided to, remove himself from the situation and hold back, okay? Because it wasn't giving equal give and take, and he didn't like the feeling, once again, of feeling like things are unjust and unbalanced. All right? Ooh. Now let's see, in case he ever stumbled upon this video, what is the blockages in love? All right, we have age issues. So he might be worried about, like, an age issue, somebody being too old or too young. But you feel too old or too young to date or have issues with your partner's age. Spirit's basically saying, don't let age be a blockage for you, but make sure everybody's legal, because, we don't play that on my channel. Then we have too risky. You feel like it's not worth the risk, but open your heart is a risk worth taking.